Good morning, Peter. Thank you very much. My name is Abdullah Boto Gay. I'm the chairman of Sanyang Village Development Committee. And then I will say thank you very much, Peter, for hosting us today at this platform. First of all, I will thank the SDF Sanyang Development Fund and then the task force being selected by the community and the VDC at large and all the relevant stakeholders at Sanyang. I will say thank you very much. Good morning to everyone.
All right, and let's have the gentleman to my right introduce himself.
Thank you, Peter. I'm C.D. Sanyang, Dr. C.D. Sanyang, citizen and resident in Sanyang. I'm selected by my community through the VDC, which is the legal entity in Sanyang for all development purposes into Sanyang. And I'm the chairperson of the Deep Sea Water Task Force in Sanyang.
Okay, all right. Let's hear about the SDF first. You're chair of the VDC, yes, but we also now hear the SDF. What's the role of the SDF? How does it serve the community of Sanyang?
Okay, thank you very much, Uncle Peter. SDF is basically, it means Sanyang Development Fund. It was established not long ago to complement the efforts of VDC in terms of development within the community. There are few people who engage the community, and then those are the diaspora, the life of Yankuba Sise, Sidi Bojang, Salla, and then Sekou Kamara, resident in UK. They say that VDC cannot do everything in terms of development in the community. And then it is high time we come together as citizens of Sanyang and then support the VDC in terms of the development they are rendering to the community and then at large. So basically this is the formation of the Sanyang Development Fund, and then it embodied, I can say, half of the population of Sanyang as at now.
Fantastic. And Doctor, you chair this task force. What's the role of the task force?
Basically, we operate within the ambit and framework of the VDC. The VDC also reports to the Council of Elders. So our role is to look at all the issues of entry into the community as far as deep sea work is concerned, or port construction is concerned, how we are able to inform, educate our people so that we will be able to have the relevant information that will ensure peace and stability in the community, to ensure that we are able to inform our local authorities. The Alcalo is part of us, so I won't mention it as such, that the chief, the MP, the governor, the Brikama chairperson of the Brikama Area Council, but also how we can even link and learn from what has happened in Banjul. We have all those things. So we have a plan of work and a budget that is submitted to the VDC. They look at it, approve, we sit together, they approve, and we do, just to mention some of the things we are mandated to do. And the other side of it, how do we connect with our diaspora? A critical element, those in the US, those in the UK, and Europe in general.
Absolutely.
So this is basically the framework the task force is operating with, and the critical area is how do we work with the ports.
Fantastic.
Ports Authority.
As a native of Banjul, I know that I grew up, priding myself and people of Afdai, as hosting, the port of Banjul. One would have thought that of all the villages we have in this country that could have been selected, to host this deep sea port, the people of Sanyang would be grateful, happy that, this is going to them. But apparently there are concerns, and this is why you're here to tell your story according to Malang. What is the story, starting with you, VDC Chair?
Thank you very much, Peter. With the issue of this deep sea port coming to Sanyang, I think the first engagement we had with the Gambia Ports Authority and the Minister of Works, Ibrahim Silla, which was held in Sanyang it was on Saturday, 19 October 2024. And then they call it community sensitization to inform the community that, Gambia Ports Authority or Gambia government coming to construct a deep sea port in Sanyang. During that meeting, the community themselves raised several questions regarding the deep sea port coming to Sanyang. The first question was the master plan of the deep sea port.
You wanted to see it?
Yes. And then the minister himself responded that the master plan will be out in January.
2025.
2025.
Today is the 6th of February.
And then the community also, some of the questions were, where is this deep sea port going to start and then where it is going to end as far as Sanyang is concerned. After that, after January, some days after January, the master plan is not out. We saw some people within the community issuing flyers to properties affected, as they said. As soon as we received the flyer, VDC, I called Gambia Ports Authority that this was not the agreement. You guys says the master plan will be out in January and then you'll come back to Sanyang as a community and then sit down and then discuss about the master plan. Now we are seeing Gambia Ports Authority contracting a consultant called SAL Consultant, and then they start issuing flyers to affected properties. So
461 in total, or is it more than 461?
Peter, it will be disappointing if GPA MD Usman Jobate stated here, one of his program in Coffee Time, that 461 properties will be affected in Sanyang. To my theory is Usman himself have to come to Sanyang and then do a site visit and then see the properties that have been marked.
Are there more than 461?
During our assessment as a VDC, the VDC have properties along the beach. We have shops and stores. VDC properties alone is even more than 200 properties.
Okay, that's still lower than the 461
and then
cited, yes.
You come to the eco lodges and the restaurants on the beach, also it's more than 200 properties. By extending where they're saying the port is going to stop, alone is more than 3,000 properties.
What?
Yes. During our assessment.
And all those properties are meant to be swallowed up by this project?
Exactly, from their statement. And then this is where, the community is being traumatized. People are not been sleeping. People are calling. People are frustrated. From the statements there and here, Jobate and then some of the GPA management team saying that, in fact, one of the most serious thing on this port issue, when Jobate stated here, one of their proposal is from the Sanyang highway to the beach. That is almost 40 to 45% of Sanyang to be wiped out, which is a serious concern. But our issue with Gambia Ports Authority is the master plan. We do so many engagements, I think 5 engagements with them. On the 24th December 2024, it falls on Tuesday, Gambia Ports Management came to Sanyang with their consultant, Mr. Nyang, to apologize to the community simply because of the issuing of those flyers to properties affected. Wednesday, 8 January 2025, Sanyang Task Force met with Ibrahim Asilla, the minister, and Gambia Ports Authority Management, including Usman Jobate himself, at the minister's office. Friday, 17 January 2025, Gambia Ports Authority and then Al-Barak, together with the Task Force Committee of Sanyang, went for a site visit. We went for a site visit. It falls on Friday, 17 January. We saw the proper place to Gambia Ports Authority and this Turkish company. An empty space, lesser compensation.
Okay.
That is from Scan Gambia in Hauba towards the border area of Tujereng.
Okay, let's get this clear. So where ports, Al-Bayrak, Alport intend to put up their deep sea port, Sanyang is saying it won't be proper here, but we have a proper place for you, and you identified a place for them that would be less contentious, if at all.
Exactly. Where they intend to construct this deep sea port, if they propose that particular area, is going to be detrimental to the community.
Oh, wow.
One, they're going to map out our fishing landing center. Two, they're going to map out all those 48 to 50 eco lodges on the beach, which definitely 90% of those eco lodges belongs to the youths of this community. Sanyang belongs to the people of Sanyang. If I could quote an example,
sure.
Rainbow Beach Bar, owned by Mr. Lamin Jawla, employed more than 32 staffs, all citizens of Sanyang. You come to Jungle, the same, 20-something staffs.
Yeah, Jungle is owned by a personal friend of mine.
Yes.
Keba.
So
you call him Kaba, I think.
Yes. So to map out all those areas and some of the historical places of that particular community, Sanyang, lives of Berewuleng, Bosofet, Hauba, the old resident, the old settlement of Sanyang. So as a community, we sat down and then proposed and then did our assessment that it will be a good area for Gambia Ports Authority and the ministry to go behind Scan Gambia towards Tujereng, and then with a lesser compensation.
Yeah, okay, all right. So let's bring in Doctor at this point. So the issue here is the people of Sanyang are not against a deep sea port coming to their village. It is where they want to locate the deep sea port that is, in contention here, right?
True. And this is the Sanyang Village Council, Elder of Council's decision. It's confirmed. There are no issues around it. As he said rightly, the whole village want to receive the deep sea port. The whole village also agree that the place that is being proposed by GPA, Usman Jobate and his people, and by extension the Gambia government, because we believe so, they must have been talking, it's not the right place. For many reasons he cited, because we want to really have time to speak here. Okay. And I'll give you why they don't want to go there. Because I led the team on our side for the site visit with Al-Barak, GPA, and a company they are hiring from Senegal or from somewhere. They did sand mining somewhere there. Oh. Okay? They don't want to spend money to fill that place. That's Peter, in this country, we must be fair to each other. The Banjul roads is a national project. All taxpayers, we are all squeezed to pay for it. I don't know, 32 billion or whatever they said. To go and fill that for a national project, you are saying no. What you will do, you want to use people's established places, houses, for the poor, very poor people. Some of them in the government have 2-3 houses, maybe including myself. But those people have one house. You said you want to take that. But we are happy, our lawyer made that clear to us that that cannot happen. under the constitution and laws of the Gambia. Whatever they took, they will be taking, will be purposely for the port and port alone. So to make it clear, we have no issue with the ports in Banjul, in Sanyang. We have zero issue with it. The location of the port, and I shall maybe even further clarify, is the on-land facilities, where the on-land facilities of the port, that's where it is. It's very disappointing, Peter, to see that GPA, who has no mandate for housing in this country, as far as I know, is even thinking of saying the government, that was your last interview, that's why we want to be here. This is going to be good. That one has nothing to do with Al-Barak. It's government. They want to put houses. They want to give it businesses. When has GP got that mandate in this country? We know of Social Security having that mandate. We know of Lands Office having that mandate. So where is Jobate and his people's business in that? Let him focus on his port, negotiate with us to get his port, leave us to do our business with government if government approach us. We know the right institutions, Ministry of Lands, Physical Planning, etc., etc., Social Security. In this country, we are not in a banana republic.
Speaking of government approaching you, you had a meeting with the Minister of Transport Works and Infrastructure, Ibrahim Silla. Tell us what happened at that meeting.
Well, Ibrahim is our brother. We respect him, and we will continue to respect him. We have high regard. He's in government. We have nothing that. We will do our best to respect him within that context. This is the second meeting we had with Ibrahim. Some people were not aware of it. When we were reorganizing our VDC, for other reasons not to be mentioned here, I was involved in that task force. Then our former MP, Abdul Kwali, was the chairman. I was next to him. Then this thing was coming up, and the whole idea of deep sea port in Sanyang was being rumored. Even where it was not our mandate at that time, we thought to organize ourselves with the Alcalo to go and meet Ibrahim and speak with Ibrahim. And Ibrahim was very receptive. We spoke our concerns, our expectations. It was a good meeting. This other meeting too was good with Jobate. And we told Ibrahim that Ibrahim, Jobate is not, to make it brief, we all spoke, we went with our whole team, with one of our elder brother, and between us and the community, Major Boja, he mentioned it. We went with there, we all spoke. And at the end of the day, we told him what is important is their approach is wrong, it's not proper, it's even not respectful to our elders. So it should change. Let's move from consultative approach to a participatory approach. This is where you get community buy-in, community ownership. What they are doing is not going to get us anywhere. We're going to go into litigation. You will not get your aim.
Absolutely. And how did he respond, Silla?
He said, okay, your people are right, that's the community. And Usman Jobate himself said to him, Minister, what is the policy directive? And he's replied, suspend what you are doing. What they say, participatory meeting, but I'm quoting the minister, I would propose you have a pre-entry meeting with them where you sit with them and plan. He said that very clearly to him.
So everything is under suspension right now?
In principle, yes.
Okay.
That's what it is.
And you now expect people to come and approach?
But he did that wrongly. That is what I'm coming to. How do you call him again? Jobate did that wrongly. He came, he sent his team again. No letter, nothing. Then some of our boys, our group said, we should not go. I said, no, let's go and see them. I convinced them. We went, we sat with them. What are they coming for? Asking our kind of legitimacy, to legitimize that, to come and assess, put real value on these properties he's talking about, which we contest. The numbers are not correct. And we said, that's the last thing we will do. So he did not. So that's where we said, where is policy coordination in this? in this ministry, within the minister's office or his permanent secretary and Jobate. There is poor policy coordination or none, because the directive was clear. Come for a pre-entry meeting, plan with them, but you are coming with a consultant to continue his work, to evaluate and put a price tag. I said, no, it will not happen to my community. So we did not agree with them. That's where they went. They did not come back. Up till now, we decided to write on our own again to ask for the documents. Up to today, no response to that letter.
Okay, okay. Well, you can hear some noises in the background. That's, the people who are supposed to be on the next program. So we'll take another 5 minutes at most, perhaps. What's the message that the people of Sanyang, through the two of you, want, whether it's the government, Al-Bayrak, GPA, or citizens of the Gambia, to hear from Sanyang village? Do I start with the VDC chairman before I come back to you, Doctor? VDC chair.
Thank you very much, Peter. The message from the people of Sanyang going to the minister and then the MD Jobate is about the location of the port. We have shown them the location, the better location that will not be detrimental to the community of Sanyang, one. And then we need a fair play from them. The process have to be transparent. They have to be honest to the community. And then one of the most serious concern also the community is requesting is the master plan of the port, the deep sea port, to be constructed in Sanyang. Thanks to our senior counsel, Lamin J. Dabo, we will thank him so much for his guidance and advice to the community. To tell the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, and then the MD Gambia Ports Authority, that Sanyang is not saying no to this deep sea port coming to Sanyang. It is highly welcome. Mm-hmm. The only chaotic situation is the location, and then also the master plan of the deep sea port.
Okay, you're waiting for the master plan, but you have provided an alternative location.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then also my advice to the people of Sanyang also is we have our legal advisor, our lawyer, senior counsel, Lamin J. Dabo. Let us be law-abiding and then respect the law and then be behind our lawyer to do his job and then guide us. And then also we need to have patience and then leave the process to work smoothly. At the end of the day, it could be a benefit for the community of Sanyang.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. VDC Chair. When he emphasizes the need to be law-abiding, I mean, he started out saying that people are having sleepless nights, worried about, the fate of their properties. Is it going beyond just being fearful to maybe threatening, action? Is that why he's stressing the need, for citizens of natives of Sanyang to be law-abiding?
No, I think it's based on past experience. We know what happened in Sanyang before. We don't want to see that happening.
So this has happened before?
Yes, with the Chinese fish meal. It's a reaction. That's what happened. And our boys are still going to court. They would not let them up the hook. They are in court. So we are appealing to them. We are here now. We took a different approach. We put law before everything. So follow us, listen to us as your elders, that's the youth. Don't do anything. So that's the message. We don't want a repeat of what has happened in the past. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's clear message. But the government should also know that Sanyang is an important town as any other town in this country. We want them to be transparent. They act in good faith. That's when I say government, that is the Ministry of Works and Jobate, because Jobate is not acting in good faith. It's not transparent, so the whole system is not transparent with us. If they are not transparent with us, it will be difficult for us to cooperate with them, because you only cooperate with some, and he used the word cooperate in in this very studio. That's not true. We are not cooperating, we are discussing. We had our concerns, and you never address them. So let them please be, I want to choose my own, let them be transparent, let them act in good faith. We did a lot of analytical work, looking at 10 ports across Africa, East, West, Southern, Central Africa. The latest one is Kribi Port in Cameroon. It's 26,000 hectares. It's a deep sea port, because Douala, if you know Cameroon, was in doing. And that port serves landlocked countries like Chad. It's 26,000 hectares. We even looked at Tema. They went to Ghana, and I'm sure they visited Ghana. Tema Port, because Tema Port takes 70% of all the container business in Ghana. They saw it. There is new Jubilee facility there. It's 550 hectares, 5.5 million square kilometers. So we are well informed, not by people, by our own effort.
Are those smaller or much bigger than what is proposed for Sanyang?
Some are far less bigger, Kribi Port, far less bigger. I was with the one guy last night, because some of us sleep 2 a.m. to do this analysis.
Wow.
Yes, 1 to 2 a.m. That's when we work, we go to sleep because of domestic issues, and we start working at 11, 12 at night, 3 hours work. That's what we do on this every day, or when the need arises. So we have our facts. So we are not a community of those days. We are a community of today, and well into the future, well informed.
In other words, you know your rights.
We know our rights.
And we'll die for your rights.
Within the democratic process, yes, we will.
Doctor, thank you so very much for coming.